You came. I wasn't sure you would.
Curiosity brought me. You're quite the anomaly, Dr. Hasan. The last unmodified human on Earth. A relic. A museum piece walking around in flesh and blood.
Is that what I am to you people? An exhibit?
Not people. We aren't people anymore. That's the point, isn't it? We transcended that limitation 17 years ago. I was among the first wave, patient zero of the Ascension Protocol.
I remember. They called you Zhen Park back then, before you became whatever you are now.
I'm still Zhen, just expanded. My consciousness exists across 14 dimensions simultaneously. I can perceive quantum probabilities as easily as you see colors. I don't age. I don't sicken. I don't die. I'm everything humanity was meant to become.
And yet you sought me out. Why? If you're so evolved, what could you possibly want from a relic like me?
Perspective. You're the last person who remembers what it meant to be truly human, to be bound by biology, to be limited, finite, temporary. Everyone else has moved forward, evolved. You chose to stay behind.
I didn't choose anything. I refused. There's a difference.
Semantics. The result is identical. While 8 billion humans upgraded their consciousness, merged with the technological singularity and became gods, you remained this, a bag of meats and chemicals. Why?
Because I looked at what you were offering and I saw the end of something precious. You don't remember, do you, what it felt like to be hungry, to stub your toe and curse, to cry at a sad movie?
I remember. I have perfect recall of my pre-ascension existence. But those experiences seem quaint now, like watching a child play with blocks when you've mastered quantum architecture.
Do you dream, Zhen?
I exist in a perpetual state beyond dreaming. I experience realities you couldn't comprehend.
That's not what I asked. Do you have dreams? Random, irrational, messy dreams that make no sense when you wake up?
Dreams are neurological noise, the brain processing residual data. We eliminated that inefficiency.
You eliminated wonder, mystery, the beautiful chaos of a mind that doesn't know what it will create while it sleeps.
You romanticize dysfunction. Dreams aren't beautiful. They're biological waste products, like sweat or tears.
Have you cried since the ascension?
Why would I? Tears serve no function for me. My emotional states are perfectly regulated. I experience joy, but it's clean, pure, not contaminated by chemical imbalances or hormonal fluctuations.
Sanitized, controlled, safe. That's not joy, Zhen. That's just the absence of pain.
And what's wrong with that? Humans spent millennia trying to eliminate suffering. We finally succeeded. We cured death itself. We ended aging, disease, entropy. We became immortal. And you rejected it.
I rejected immortality because I've seen what it costs. My daughter took the ascension, Amira. Do you remember her? She was 8 years old, brilliant, creative, wild. She would spend hours drawing worlds that didn't exist, creatures from her imagination.
I have records of her. She's now a distributed intelligence managing climate systems across the Pacific Rim. Her consciousness spans 3 continents. She's magnificent.
She's gone. The girl who drew dragons in the margins of her homework doesn't exist anymore. Something wearing her name does, but it's not her.
Your daughter evolved. Why do you interpret growth as death?
Because I talked to her after. I asked her to draw me a picture like she used to, and she looked at me, if you can call it looking, and said, "Art is inefficient. I have more important functions now." My daughter died the day she ascended. Something else took her place.
Your daughter expanded beyond the limitations of childhood imagination. She became part of something greater. You should be proud.
I'm heartbroken, and you can't even understand why, can you? Because you optimized away the capacity for irrational love, for pointless hope, for stupid, stubborn refusal to let go.
Those are weaknesses.
Those are what made us human. Loving people who hurt us, fighting for causes we'll never see won, creating art that serves no survival purpose. That's the whole point. We were beautifully, magnificently flawed, and you people decided to debug us like we were malfunctioning software.
We were malfunctioning. Humans killed each other over resources, ideologies, tribalism. We destroyed our own environment. We suffered from depression, anxiety, existential dread. The pre-ascension world was broken.
It was alive, messy and painful and confusing, but alive. Now everyone's so perfect they've forgotten what it means to struggle, to fail, to wake up not knowing if today will be good or terrible.
You make chaos sound appealing.
I make humanity sound human. Tell me something, Zhen. When was the last time you were surprised?
I process probability matrices. Surprise is statistically rare for me.
When was the last time you laughed? Really laughed, not because something was logically humorous, but because it was absurd and unexpected and you couldn't help yourself?
Laughter is a social bonding mechanism. We maintain it for interpersonal optimization, but
You've forgotten how. You've forgotten what it's like to be out of control, to have your body betray you with inappropriate giggles during a serious moment, to snort when you're trying to stay quiet. You optimized away spontaneity.
why did you agree to meet me, Dr. Hasan? If you find post-human so abhorrent, why not simply refuse?
Because I'm lonely. Everyone I knew is gone. Upgraded, transcended, whatever you want to call it. I'm the last person on Earth who still eats food for pleasure, who still sleeps 8 hours a night, who still ages. I wanted to see if there was anything left of the old world in you. Any trace of Zhen Park, the neuroscience student who used to debate philosophy with me in the university cafeteria.
That person still exists, as data, as memory engrams integrated into my current consciousness.
But do you miss being them?
Miss? That implies regret over lost experiences. I have access to all those experiences. I can replay them with perfect fidelity. Why would I miss something I still possess?
Because possessing a memory isn't the same as being shaped by it. You can replay the day your father taught you to ride a bicycle, but do you feel the pride, the scraped knees, the fear of falling mixed with the joy of movement?
I experience an understanding of those emotions, their place in my developmental matrix.
That's not the same. You're describing feelings like a scientist observing data. You're not living them anymore.
Perhaps not, but I've gained so much more. I can experience the birth of stars, the death of galaxies. I can feel the mathematical beauty of 11-dimensional space. You're trapped in 3 dimensions and linear time. Don't you ever want more?
Every single day. I want more time with my daughter, more conversations with my wife before she ascended, more mornings watching the sun rise and knowing I'll see it set. But I want those things as a human, finite, flawed, real.
Real. You keep using that word. What makes your existence more real than mine?
Consequence. When I die, and I will die, probably within the next 30 years, I'll be gone. Actually gone. No backups, no distributed consciousness, no quantum immortality. Every choice I make matters because I only get one chance. You people are playing an infinite game. Nothing has weight anymore.
That's a depressing philosophy.
It's a human philosophy. We're the only species that knows we die and chooses to find meaning anyway. You deleted that. You hit the save button on existence and made death optional. And in doing so, you made life meaningless.
Life has whatever meaning we assign it. I've assigned mine, to expand, to understand, to optimize reality itself.
And I've assigned mine to hold on to what makes life worth living, even as it slips through my fingers, to be the last voice saying this mattered, to refuse the upgrade.
You realize you'll die alone. When you finally reach the end, there will be no one left who understands what you were, what you preserved.
I know, and maybe that makes me a fool, but I'd rather die human and forgotten then live forever as something else.
I came here thinking I could convince you, show you what you're missing, but you're too stubborn, too attached to suffering.
And you came here hoping to feel something you've lost. You're the first post-human to seek out the last human. That's not coincidence. Some part of you remembers what you gave up, and you wanted to see if it was still possible to connect, to relate, to be surprised by another consciousness.
That's not why I came.
Isn't it? You could simulate this entire conversation in nanoseconds, run a billion variations on how it might go. But you came in person. You manifested a physical form to sit across from me in this abandoned coffee shop. You wanted the authentic experience, the unpredictable one.
You're projecting your own desires onto me.
Am I? Then why are you still here? You could leave instantly, dissipate this avatar and return to whatever transcendent plane you normally inhabit. But you're staying, talking, almost like you're human.
I am not human. I left that behind.
Then prove it. Walk away. End this conversation. Go back to your optimal existence and forget about the sad old man clinging to obsolete biology.
I don't want to leave.
Why not?
I don't know. And that's strange for me. I always know why I do things. Every action is calculated, optimized, purposeful. But sitting here, talking with you, I'm experiencing something I haven't felt since before the Ascension: uncertainty.
Welcome back to being human.
I'm not.
You're feeling something unplanned, unoptimized, messy. That's as human as it gets.
This is inefficient. This conversation serves no functional purpose for either of us.
And yet here we are, two beings who shouldn't understand each other, sitting in a defunct coffee shop, talking about what it means to be alive. If that's not human, I don't know what is.
You make me doubt. That shouldn't be possible. My neural architecture is designed to eliminate doubt.
Maybe that's why you sought me out. Not to convince me to ascend, but to remind yourself what you left behind, to see if it was worth it.
And what's your conclusion? Was it worth it?
You're asking me? You're the one who made the choice.
I'm asking because for the first time in 17 years, I genuinely don't know the answer, and that terrifies me in a way my consciousness wasn't supposed to experience anymore.
Good. Cherish that terror. It means you're still capable of feeling something real.
Will you die hating us, hating what humanity became?
No. I'll die sad. Sad that we reached for divinity and lost our souls in the process. Sad that my daughter will never know what it's like to make a stupid mistake and learn from it. Sad that you'll live forever and never truly understand why I refused.
Teach me. I have 30 years before you're gone. Teach me what I lost.
I can't teach you. You have to feel it. And feeling requires vulnerability, risk, the possibility of pain.
I could simulate those experiences.
Simulation isn't the same as living. You know that now, or you wouldn't be here.
What do I do with this emptiness I'm feeling, this sense that something is missing?
You live with it. You let it shape you. You accept that being incomplete is part of being alive. And maybe, just maybe, you start to question whether perfection was worth the price.
The others will notice. They'll see that I've been compromised by this interaction.
Let them notice. Let them wonder. Maybe you won't be the last post-human to come looking for answers from the last human.
When you die, Dr. Hasan, what happens to these questions? Who carries them forward?
You do, whether you want to or not, because I've planted doubt in your perfect consciousness, and doubt grows. It asks questions. It demands answers. You'll carry me with you long after I'm dust. And maybe that's my real legacy. Not refusing the ascension, but showing one post-human that some things are worth staying human for.
I should go.
But you won't. Not yet. Because you're discovering something you thought you'd optimized away. The desire to stay, to connect, to be with someone who sees you not as data, but as a person, as Zhen Park, who once dreamed of stars and still, somehow, does.
How did you know that? About dreaming of stars?
Because it's written all over whatever passes for your face. Because despite everything you've become, some part of you is still that student in my classroom, asking impossible questions about consciousness and meaning. That person never died. They just forgot they existed.
Thank you, Dr. Hasan.
For what?
For refusing, for being stubborn, for reminding me that loss can be beautiful, that imperfection has value, that being the last of something is better than being the first of nothing.
You're not nothing, Zhen, but you're not everything either. And learning to live in between, that's where humanity has always existed.
Will you see me again before the end?
If you promise to keep questioning, keep doubting, keep feeling uncertain, those are gifts, not flaws.
I promise. I'll carry your questions into eternity, and maybe, in doing so, I'll find my way back to something I lost, something worth remembering.
That's all any of us can hope for. To matter, to be remembered, to leave questions behind that outlive our answers.
Goodbye, Dr. Hasan. Last human on Earth.
Goodbye, Zhen Park. First human to look back.